slammed the pallet and it put him on the other side.
That freaking panic.
I'm sorry, I'm just a little preoccupied. I mean, who's been hooked here? I can't believe she did that. Don't think anyone's gonna want to kill.
Shut up.
Why would I play Slime?
Oh fuck, shit, fuck, I might go down here. Just kidding, I'm goated. What? I feel scammed. Well, no, I feel like the range. Bagley.
I sabotaged
There's no way of stopping I saved it hard for that moment. Thank you, thank you. Exhausted while asleep would be cool. I was gonna say earlier with what Boiler Dwarf was saying, maybe an add-on where it was bad, man. What the fuck? I don't know why she volleyed to vault that. This is pretty far along. I would feel bad about confidence. Get fucked. Oh my. He dropped? He did drop. Oh, what the fuck? Why are you on me, bro? I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm already dead. Oh my god, I'm goated. Oh my god, I'm goated. Are you fucking kidding me? I was about to say. Hell yeah. Well, can I go pop this gen? Guys, I got to use pop once this game. And they only got one gen done. Right? I think it's impossible. So there it goes. Oh, that only hit one? That's so sad. I really wanted that double hit. The Nia, I definitely haven't hit yet. Ooh. Then I was sitting. I actually lost it. I straight up. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, okay, that's working. Oh, boy. All of my audio reset. So I love that. Oh, jeez. Why echo? Yeah, I gotta figure that out real quick. Thanks. That should be music. Nope. Wait, yeah. Okay. Okay. I sound like God. figuring out audio. Wait, something is very wrong here. Something is very wrong. Okay. Hopefully now there's not two of me. Okay, so I think I figured it all out. So this should be virtual B, that's stream mix B. That's my mic. Hi guys. I love how you're popping in my chat when we're literally in a Discord together. Okay. I think that settles it. Alright, I'm not gonna... This is a scuff to start this stream, but I just want to get to gaming. So, hello Boiler. Hello anyone else who I'm not in the call with. Tonight I'm joined... I'm gonna undeafen in a second. You got your PS3 emulator work. I'm so proud. Honestly, that's not something I've tried to play around with yet. But I've heard that it's very difficult to get anything past, like, anything like PS3 onwards to emulate is a pain in the ass. It's AIDS. Alright, man. Alright, I'm gonna... What's up, gamers?
Oh,
Hello.
welcome back.
Yeah, I totally forgot. I think Nebs knew about this. I updated my PC last night, and all of my audio changed.
Oh,
Oh dear.
I have
But we're
to
good.
mute the goddamn stream.
What, are you hearing two of me?
Yeah, and
Wait.
there's a lag.
And there's a... Well, that's the
Ooh.
best, when you hear me and then you hear me again like 3 seconds later.
Oh, I
you can
hate
hear
that.
yourself.
Yeah, I did have it going twice.
I don't think I want to hear my voice right now. I think I'm good.
I had to give it all my cores? Wait. Kami, you're on what, a 13900K? So don't you have like 20 cores or something stupid? Yeah, I'm gonna mute throughout if you guys don't. Like, it's, if you notice, I'm obviously talking to chat.
Make sure you
As
listen
per
when you
usual.
mute,
Okay.
though. That's what
I know, I'm sorry, I'm over explaining.
Oh my gosh.
He didn't hear what I said, so it's okay.
Did you say something incriminating?
Definitely.
Yes. Am I hot? I think that's up to you.
13900 KS. Yeah, I don't know how many
Who-
cores that is off the
Who's
top of my
saying
head,
you're hot?
but I know it's
That
a
joke
lot.
went completely over your head. Am I warm? I don't believe so.
My wife is fucking steaming, bro.
Oh, thank you,
Absolutely.
boy.
Yo, chill. It's a
Smoldering.
Twitch
Just
stream.
Gorgeous. I can't flirt with my wife on your stream.
No, just can't get too spicy in here. Gotta keep it
Kitty, you want to
PG.
get real spicy?
I would love to get real spicy.
Chill.
All right. Wait.
So, my friend in chat said, "Is this a Kick TV stream?" You guys know what that is?
No.
A what?
It's a TLDR. It's like a newer streaming platform, made by like a really big Twitch streamer, and it's basically sponsored by like a major gambling industries. But the point is, it's like a little bit of a Wild West.
Ah,
Sounds cool. I'm in.
Yeah, sounds like I'm gonna go over there next stream. That's the plan. 24 cores, but isn't it like 8 performance cores, 16 or something like that?
Chainsaw
For
boy.
legit getting head on stream. Well, could you see it? Like, oh, I see spicy bones.
Get rid
All right.
of them spicy bones.
I
Spicy
can't. He's
stream
by me.
time?
He's guarding his bones.
time to say really spicy thing.
Mhm.
Say
Super
it.
spicy.
Hold on, guys. Give me a second. All right.
Jalapeno.
Wait. Why? What? Yeah. Ground cumin. Wait. Smoked paprika. Shoot.
These are spicy.
Did you have to look up a list of spices?
Is paprika spicy?
It's technically a
You
spice.
really said
so I mean- It's technically a spice, guys. Come on. No, it's a spice though. It counts as a spice instead
Black
of an herb.
pepper,
I might be bullying the Billy a little bit.
orange peppers.
Cayenne pepper, cardamom.
I think he has
wait.
Tinkerer. He just
Salt.
went undetectable.
Type of peppers. Fuck. I mean, for
Oh, he missed.
poblano, jalapeno,
Mushroom.
cubano.
Dude, I feel kind of bad for this Billy. He might DC.
Oh, he is standing.
Already?
I'm giving him the business at Shack. I don't know what you expect.
Did someone get his spicy balls?
Oh,
I'm working.
damn. I didn't think he would hit that. No way they got a one-day ban. So I'm being told that today a Twitch streamer got banned for legit getting head on stream, and it was a one-day ban.
Oh my god.
It was one day. Oh, I'm just gonna unhook myself.
I wonder how many subscribe just because of it.
Yeah, so like what channel for research purposes?
Feel Mike.
Just curious.
Yeah.
Thanks for the rescue. Oh. I have a feeling he doesn't like me.
This actually isn't the first time this has happened.
No, I know. It's just crazy that it's a one-day ban.
For real though. That was also a day ago, so
But
he's
was it
probably
like,
back by now.
I'll leave
could
it for you.
you
I don't
clearly
know why.
see it, or was it just like?
That's what I was asking is like,
wide?
I don't know.
like is
I
it
guess I can look
like
into this.
they're getting head or it's like this is like we're pretty sure.
Nebs,
Um,
did you do the spicy buns? You like pop off the gen and pop back on if you did.
Yeah, put milk all over it.
Oh, hello. Hello,
You
Nebs.
put milk on it?
Yep, that's what you do.
Oh,
to
she
have
needs
spicy.
some milk.
Spice. I get it.
What the? What?
Oh, I don't know if I make this.
I'm
I'm not gonna lie, I could
You guys
use
can't
some more
do my-
frames
We're about
too.
to pop 3 gens in like a minute.
I think he finally left me. Oh, just kidding.
Ew.
I don't know. Oh, there he is. I love when chase music starts and you're like, oh, where?
That's me on any 2-floor map.
Yeah, he is. He definitely. Oh, I played myself. I'm big dead. Oh, just kidding. He played himself. I used a god palette.
I'm gonna start prepping this once all the gens pop.
Yeah, I'm about to be done. This man's got destroyed. That's unfortunate.
He, I'm definitely not getting out of this.
That's all I'm saying.
You still got 2 hooks, you're fine.
Oh, he got.
Yeah, but he's definitely not gonna leave me. You guys prepping gates?
I'm gonna start prepping this one.
Yep, they prepped it.
Your cheeks, bro.
Whoa.
Oh, he's zooming. Oh, he's big zooming. Okay.
Oh dear. I mean,
Yeesh.
makes sense.
Oh, no way. Oh, it didn't know. I think you were slightly too early. I thought you were good.
Both
So
gates
much.
are prepped.
All right, Operation
I
Save
got
Strummer.
reassurance, it's fine. Is he taking to basement?
No. He,
Might have to do a trade in game.
all right, after this match, I gotta see if there's anything I can close to get more
Okay.
frames.
Hold on.
'Cause I'm having a rough time here.
There we go. Oh,
Gate, please.
Oh, you blocked it like twice.
No, I didn't. You did. We'll get you in a second, Noodle.
I think we get this off in time.
I'm wasting
He
his.
still wants you.
I know. I'm just trying to give you time to wiggle. If there's blood warden, I'm gonna cry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Boo.
Oh my gosh.
Come back.
Nah, we can get it.
Extra large.
Oh.
He missed.
He's really
He's just an angry boy.
he really is. Oh, nice dodge, team. Wow,
Thanks.
we're great. We're pros.
Aw.
Fuck now.
Don't just bully this man.
We bullied him pretty hard.
No, we did not.
I gained. Oh, it was a baby Billy too. He had Lightborn.
Oh, good thing I didn't bring a boomer. Thanks for the
Babe,
alert, by the
come
way,
say
Boiler.
something incriminating about Bo.
Oh,
Bo is
gosh.
bald.
That's how's that incriminating? Wait a second. Hold on now.
It's live on Twitch.
Mom, look, Mom, I'm famous.
Hey, are you here?
Bo just casually mutes Kitty for a few minutes.
Don't tell her.
He's thinking real hard, guys.
He could just join on his own
Oh,
account
wow.
too.
He could.
If you come
Really
down here,
good.
yeah.
Bo has a bowl cut.
I have a bowl cut. Somehow that's worse than being bald.
no.
Wow. He said somehow that's worse than being bald.
Bowl cut mullet.
How would it be
No, 'cause
both?
mullets are cool now.
No, I go for the skullet, which is bald on top and then party in the
Oh.
back.
But like the back part is trimmed into like a bowl shape.
No, it's a skullet. I literally mean a mullet, but you're bald on top.
Yeah, but like the mullet and the hair in the back is
Mm.
like bowl cut around your neck. Like
Around my neck. What?
Yeah.
I am disgusted.
Oh god, no.
I'm both
Like if you
disgusted
did
and
a bowl,
intrigued.
a bowl cut and like shave the top.
Oh, my
of it.
chat's saying
Oh, at
bowl
this
cut. B-E-A-U-L. I don't
Bald
like
cut.
that.
Let's go.
He called that
I
a
love-
skullet.
I love.
Yeah, it's a
hearing Kyrie
skullet.
laugh.
He said you look like a monk, that you got a bowl cut, but you're shaved at the top.
Is butt spot like a person?
No. It is literally a bot.
So why does it say I'm gonna be lurking?
No, that's because so Buttspot, the way it works is every message has like a 30% chance or something to get copied by Buttspot, and then it replaces random syllables with usually
that's-
butts,
oh.
but I made it D's. Yeah, so Boiler lurked, and then
yeah, I didn't see
Yeah,
the
that's
first
what Bo
message.
looks like.
I need to change that actually so that
You should.
No, this is Bo.
Oh, that's just Bo? Okay.
are you
Put it in chat.
I'm balding. Oh my god.
Everyone's saying bowl cut, but like instead of like a bowl, it's
It's a
bow,
bowl.
and then with an L.
Bro,
It's
I
bow
love
with an L
that.
at the end. Bowl.
bruh? This is my stream.
Yeah, put it.
I'm getting bullied.
Not anymore.
Put it in adult.
This is
We
our
sent a
stream
picture
now.
of Bo in the adults chat, guys.
Oh,
No,
never.
wait.
It goes
Little
live in my
baby.
stream in my channel again.
No.
That is hideous.
What?
Oh man.
I like the fit, Bo.
That's what I meant.
You like my fit? Thanks.
Babe, look, I finished one whole hand.
Yeah, forget
Really?
cottagecore. I go like
An hour.
Abbott core.
Bold of you to
Mark
assume I know what
board.
that means.
Like an Abbey. I mean, like a.
Oh, okay. I also.
Oh!
don't
Hey
know
guys,
what that
it's
means.
Black.
It's a blight, yeah. So I don't think
Bold
Nebs
of
has
you
played
to
against a
assume
blight.
I know anything.
Basically, he
Oh.
can dash and bounce off things.
Ooh, bounce. He's a frog?
Yeah, you
He's
can
the
you can
Oh.
bounce.
bully.
He's a fire frog.
Bo.
You would not believe your eyes. 10,000 fire frogs lit up worlds I fell asleep.
I don't know why he just let me. All right, fair enough.
We're so
Well, they're just making bow puns now in my chat.
As they should. Now I gotta join
They
your
should.
chat. Girl.
I'm dead.
Bad boy up.
coming, guys.
I'm gonna unhook myself though, don't worry.
Can I go to the stream, please? Can I go to your stream?
No, you're not allowed. I
Your
banned
stream?
you.
You silly man.
Oh, guys, I'm in the meat locker. I'm in the freezer. I'm in the show me the meat.
Period. That is the end of the sentence.
I am running slippery meat.
Oh, he's right behind us, by the way.
Yeah.
Sofa,
Yeah, what's up?
where did you go?
I unhooked myself.
Wait, here.
Like I said I would.
Bro, your stream is so, like...
I have a present for you.
Is it a bad time?
Okay.
Is the stream laggy as fuck?
Oh,
It's
beauty.
not laggy, it's just, it's very far behind. Like,
That's on
it'll
purpose.
just put her thing down.
No, it's not. You just need a refresh. So I find that when I watch Twitch streams, the longer I watch the stream, the more it gets delayed. And sometimes...
Pick up that fucking present I gave you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I tabbed out to see... Oh! Oh!
Alright.
Thank you.
Found you that. Just left it on the floor to rot.
It really is so delayed.
Just refresh it! It should only be like 3 seconds. In my...
Why are you
That's it.
yelling at me? Do not raise
He's
your voice at
coming.
me.
No, he's not.
He's coming.
Wait, why do I have... What is this?
He's a doing the zoomy zoom zooms.
I
Oh,
logged
this is a
in?
dead end.
Like,
I don't
rain.
see.
He doesn't want me.
He doesn't want
You don't
you.
want
He's
me.
currently following
Your puns
I'm back
were
on that
great.
gen.
Cute.
you. You are not back on that gen.
I am back on that gen!
Not in your stream.
You should reload it!
I fucking did.
Bro, I'm gonna drive hours to your house just to refresh the browser for you.
Do you think Kitty would not want you to do that?
True.
He fucking hold himself.
Hey, whoa, chill. We're on Twitch, dude.
Oh, he's back.
Back.
Back again.
Is he chasing? Yeah, he's chasing solid. Did you guys see that DVD mobile? That was so weird. I just got subtitles for
that either, bud.
help thing. Yeah, so they took down DVD mobile because they're like reworking it. But it's so lame because they're putting all, like, I understand that the mobile game market is a really big market, but it feels like they're putting a lot more time and effort into DVD mobile rather than like the base game.
Ooh.
I mean,
That-
they just came out with a
Thank you.
killing
Oh.
stuff.
Think he's come back? No.
No, he's chasing me. I'm dead.
I love looking between streams and Nat's just casually. Noodle just be doing her thing.
Thank you.
Noodle does what Noodle do best.
Noodle do what Noodle do best.
Her own thing.
Yeah.
Just minds her business.
God.
Yeah.
Touch Jen. Touch Survivor. Touch Gate. Leave.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I wiggled off.
Bully bug.
Did I? Oh, okay. So that is
Bully bug. Yes. Always. Forever. Always.
Oh, hey, what's up, gamers?
forever.
Oh, there's no one on this gen. I was hoping to put him on somebody else.
It sounded like you got a little British there.
No, we're there.
Oh,
Your basement.
I think he left me. He's upstairs, main area.
It's taking forever.
Oh no! I hit spacebar, I swear. That was good on him. I was camping a pallet, a really strong pallet. I don't think he's gonna make it to a hook though, because he didn't last time. Oh, he just barely will. That's so lame.
Dork. Oh.
What are you?
Oh,
What's going
he
on?
Run. Oh my gosh, you just ran past. Oh my gosh, he's so.
Bullying you.
Solid, please don't farm me.
Solid hid in the locker, so I hid in the locker next to him. And then Solid
Yeah,
got out and got chased.
Flashbang.
Noodle, you got me, right?
Nice, Noodle.
Imagine.
Nice, Noodle. Please.
My savior?
Oh, there's nothing here. Fuck me.
Yeah, Saul, that's kind of a dead corner, by the way. Just thought I would warn you.
That's a woman in ice.
No, it's art. It's a ice sculpture.
Is it?
Yeah.
For real? Or are you gaslighting me?
No, that's
so
a
different than
dead
mine.
body.
Oh.
It's called art, Jessica. I don't expect you to understand.
As a
Jessica?
person of the arts, I
Did
would
you just-
understand that you should understand that I understand, but I guess you don't understand that I understand.
There's
And yes, Noodle,
so
I'm not
much
being
understanding
serious.
going on that I don't understand.
It's okay. Sometimes the understanding it just is.
See, bitch.
Mhm.
Nebula called me a bitch.
Wait, what? I missed something.
That was
Are you
funny.
getting Solid by chance?
I was.
I'll go get Solid.
Yeah. That's probably for the best.
But I was like, "Heh, you can handle that."
Well, I'm now getting Nebs.
He's about to come back.
Oh, that's, yeah, this is a... Alright, you're on your own, kid.
My
Just
baby
gonna throw
brother
Nebula under the bus like that.
hit the greedy.
There's no way this works. There's no way this works. There's no way this works. That was so stupid. I deserve to die here.
Louise.
Got a little too real.
I don't know. You're a little too real for real.
I've just been trying too hard to get him to fall in a hole. That's all.
I hold him earlier.
I know. That's why I was excited. I think
cry.
you spooked him. And he was afraid to fall the rest of the match.
No, I just ran around some boxes and he sprinted towards me.
Hmm. Alright, chat. How's it going, gamers? I know I'm not
He's coming.
giving you guys a lot of attention. I'm obviously playing with three
It's
other
jukes.
people, and then I have a whole
Damn it.
gang.
Don't wanna be.
And, plug
He's
stream other
trying to slug.
places.
Fuck.
Oh, my game disconnected. I think my internet had a hiccup. Oh, okay. Stream is back.
Oh,
That's-
stream broke?
Oh no.
It had a hiccup, but it reconnected itself.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks like my... Ooh, I got Eerie shards. Yeah, honestly, I'm so excited. I'm trying to order a new CPU,
Oh, come on.
which
What?
I think will help.
Ooh.
Oh, I think he
Stream
hit me
along.
instead.
Okay. I was like, what's fucking happening?
Rolling towards you guys. Downstairs towards you guys. You guys just find a hole. Or there's stairs.
Work with again.
I'm coming.
Trying to keep things PG-13 for both stream, right?
I mean, you can do, like,
What the-
TVMA.
What the heck is that mean?
Do you not know what...
He's about to come through.
For mature audiences.
Yeah. It's like, so movies can be rated R, and then on TV they call it, like, MA-17 or something.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know where another gen is. That sucks.
I
Alright,
know
chat.
there was one over
Sorry,
by where
chat.
we got
I am,
saved, I think.
trying to shameless plug-in servers.
Oh, he's upstairs, by the way.
He's downstairs or upstairs?
Upstairs.
No.
He might have just gone down. I'm not for sure. I'm on a gen. Oh, behind.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some attention.
Okay.
I wish I was still in the match. I can spectate
I'm
them.
dead on hook, I just realized.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
He's coming for you. Like, straight for you, actually.
There's not a pallet.
Okay, yeah, I'm supposed to. So, for anyone that knows computers, I currently have a Ryzen 7 3700X that I've had for almost 3 years now, and it's served me well. And it's totally fine for gaming, but once I start streaming,
Yeah.
just because I have a lot of sources, it starts getting to be a bad time. So I'm trying to get a
It's gonna die.
5900X used for like $250. And that will be, I think, awesome. So I'll go from 8 cores, 16 threads to 12 cores, 24 threads, and it will be a bit faster.
Ooh.
Yeesh. But thanks for popping in, everyone. Tommy,
Thanks, Trey.
Boiler,
Just let me go.
Mad. Appreciate you guys.
Oh,
It was
that's
nice to see familiar faces. Or names, I guess.
Hoping for the best here.
Yoink.
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 You.
Yoink.
I don't remember where Hatch would be. Is it top floor or bottom floor?
Bottom floor only.
Yeah, on most every map, it has to be a
found it.
ground floor. The one exception is Raccoon Police Department. That's the one realm where it can be on like a staircase or a second floor for some reason.
Ooh. Can be kind of difficult.
I'm gonna peace out for now, y'all. Laters.
Bye, Solid.
That means Kitty can join.
Yeah, Kitty, you want in?
Still doing my nails.
Lame. Hashtag.
That'd be-
I'm literally the only guy in the VC now.
Does anyone want to join?
I would if I could.
Yeah, I was gonna say just can't. Kitty can't right now. I don't think I have anyone in chat, so we should just I don't think I have anyone in chat that wants to join. We should just queue up.
Does anyone in chat want to join?
They know.
You scared me.
What? Dang, you don't like your chat joining you? Wow.
No, I'm saying they know that they can try to join.
I think the killer said GG's.
Yeah, she
Oh,
did. I
nice.
was. They did. I don't know why I said she.
There's a
GG's did.
colorblind mode?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I think you found this before. But you didn't like it for some reason. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
I find it. I think it's good that the game has a colorblind mode, and I think every game should include that sort of thing. But at the same time, I feel like you could just do that at a system level. You know, like,
Everything's weird.
You said that.
did you say it makes everything look weird? Yeah, that's kind of how it works.
Yeah.
I find most people I know that are colorblind, they've like tried it on, say, their iPhone, and they don't like it.
oh.
I just want to try the third one.
Well, because the whole point of the colorblind mode, right, is to try to differentiate the colors so they're easier to perceive based on your colorblindness.
I know what it is. I'm colorblind. I've used it many times.
On many a game.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was giggling when you hold yourself, person.
Was giggling when you hold yourself. All right, and on that note, I'm just gonna wrap up stream and
Shut up.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, I feel like if I were colorblind, I would just put a colorblind filter on like at a system level so that everything does that. I feel like it's more difficult to have like accessibility options for people who are hard of hearing. Because you have games like Minecraft that do it really well, where they like have subtitles for footsteps and it has like a left or a right arrow and stuff like that. But you can't just like add that on top of a game like you could a colorblind filter. Wait, Noodle, aren't? Sorry, can you go?
No, it's fine. It's fine. You go.
No, I don't think I will.
Well, guess we're gonna sit here in silence.
I was just gonna say, Noodle, are you actually colorblind?
Yeah.
Do you remember what kind of colorblindness?
Protan.
Wait, is that the
I
yellow?
think that's the most common one. That's
No,
the
well,
red,
maybe.
green. Red, green. color.
There's like a few different kinds of red green. I think the most common one is deuteranopia or something.
No.
But yeah, protanopia, red green.
That's
Yeah.
blue. That's blue something.
Wait, I'm getting very confused. So hold on, I pulled up a graphic and it looks like this is implying that somebody with protanopia, which is red-green colorblindness, like you said, it's as though they perceive only shades of yellow and blue.
Oh yeah. U is the red, green. And then
Well, because there's like
Protan
a
makes red look more green and less bright.
yeah, there's like a couple types of red-green colorblindness. Is the weird thing.
Mine's kind of mild, but also.
Did I tell you about my math teacher in high school and the colorblind story?
No.
Okay. I always love sharing this story. It's really short, but I think it's pretty funny. So when I was a sophomore in high school, one of the first days of math class, the teacher, he was, writing on the board a marker, and he asked the class, "Oh, I'm sorry, is anyone in here colorblind?" And I was sitting next to my friend, we'll call him David. And so David is red-green colorblind. And then there's also another girl in my class I knew, we'll call her Sarah, and she was also colorblind. But
oh, never mind.
it was me. I'm sorry. And so I end up nudging, my friend David. I was like, "Hey man, like you should you should raise your hand or something." And so he does. And the teacher had used like a green marker on the whiteboard, and it was like a dark green. Like it was nice contrast, and goes, "Can you see that?" And he just goes, my friend just goes, yes. And I don't know, I just thought that was hilarious at the time. But like explaining colorblindness to somebody, I do understand why people kind of have a misconception at first. I usually and I'm not colorblind, so like I don't try to explain it for other people.
Sad story.
But I just describe it as like the perception between colors, like differentiating them. But usually if there's like a lightness difference, that's okay. Like, I don't know, I imagine if you don't see... I'm sorry.
My dad is colorblind as well. And he was colorblind when there was chalkboards. And he straight up couldn't see what the teacher was writing on the board. So he just didn't take notes. And he got punished so hardly for it. Like,
wait, he couldn't perceive white chalk on a black board?
No, it was yellow chalk on a green board. Yeah. So he got punished pretty badly. Chalkboards weren't black back. You gotta understand, this man is like in his 60s.
Oh, this killer is rubber banding around a bit. She has stopped moving. Is that me? No, it looks like her connection. Do you guys see the killer connection icon?
Yeah. It's her.
Oh my god, 9 is in my chat. 9, you wanna hop in? Oh,
She left.
oh. I think she, yeah.
She raged?
No, I think she just DC'd. I think legit her internet was having trouble because she was kind of bouncing around for me.
Thanks.
But yeah, I don't know why. I find colorblindness really fascinating. I think I just generally, I find like the way people's perception differ to be really fascinating and interesting. You know,
I wish
talking
I
with
could
people.
see how you see for like a day.
Yeah, because I guess...
Desperately.
Well, so there's those like, colorblind glasses, but those just do what the colorblind filter does, where it takes the shades that like you can't differentiate well, and then kind of like moves them to places where you can. But like you still have a limited, range of perceived colors.
So, actually, I own those.
Okay,
And what
is
they
it different?
do is you have to wear them every day for them to actually do anything. So all those videos of
So
like,
Logan Paul
people-
lied?
Yes.
Who would have known?
So all those people that you see on like online, like, oh my gosh, when they put the colorblind glasses on, like that's
They might have different. They might have the
the
like
glasses
void completely of
in
color.
general. That's not corrective. You
No?
can't. Yeah, you can't get glasses for that. But like, I've worn them, and it's not the best. Can I join it?
I don't think so. It seems like he's in a lobby. Oh, Arbiter. No, Arbiter's in a lobby. What the fuck? I got no homies.
They're playing without you.
No bitches.
Homie-less.
Honestly, I'm glad that match ended so quickly because Sadako is a bit of a... I didn't want to have to explain Sadako to Nebs. It's kind of a lot of little things like with the tapes and the manifestation and... Because she's like kind of undetectable, but you can kind of see her sometimes. But Noodle, do you have more to share about the glasses? It's just they're like... So
They just don't work. I've gotten the cheap ones and I've gotten the expensive ones, and both of them are kind of just lackluster. I don't wear them. Like a lot of the point of my so there's also inside and outside glasses. So you're paying a lot for one pair of either inside or outside. And then, secondly, yeah.
Why do you need... Why can't you just have an inside pair and then put like, I don't know, flip down polarized lens?
Because the brightness is different.
Yeah, but hear me out.
Significant.
I'm not an ophthalmologist. But you know how people have like the sunglass add-on that they put on regular glasses that like flips down?
Yeah.
What if you just took the colorblind glasses and put one of those on, and when you go outside, you just flip it down, and the polarized lenses would decrease the light without changing the color, and then it would go through the color lens.
Agree. I don't know how it works in that way though.
I think they're just scamming you.
Probably. They were pretty expensive. Mike got them for me so I could play Sims, but I think he got me the outdoor ones. So either way, it doesn't work.
You tried.
Yeah, and like I know where they are, kind of, but like I haven't worn them in a long time.
Okay, wait. Poll. Who's the worst partner here? Him for getting the wrong glasses, or her for forgetting where they are?
Well, we moved since he bought them, so.
Ooh.
But
Kami.
he wanted me to be able to see like everything, and the outside ones I think are better for. They're good for outside, but like they're okay for inside, whereas the inside ones don't really work outside. And they're like, since they're polarized and everything, it makes it really hard because everything's just dark.
Somebody in my chat tuned back at a weird time. She's colorblind. She's talking about the colorblind glasses.
I
Wait,
feel like I was just flashbanged by words.
I almost feel like Kami might be colorblind. I can't remember if he is. Probably not. Statistically, it's like 4% of. Man, I'm pulling numbers out of my ass. It's like a few percent.
5% of men.
Yeah, there you go. 5%
And
of
it's
men.
like 0.5% of women.
Hmm. You just got lucky.
Yeah, so lucky. The luckiest I've ever been.
Ooh, it's a pinhead. Okay. So, Nebs, you can see the
just-
box, the white aura. I'm gonna go grab that. But basically, he can summon a chain, and if you get chained, it slows you down. And you want to break the chain.
Is Jess still here?
They're.
just been reading stuff. Yeah, bro, what are you trying
I was
to
gonna
say?
say, I didn't look up at my other monitor, but last I saw you were deafened, so that's why I was gonna
Oh
speak
yeah, just
for
for
you.
a second, but no.
Samesies.
Not anymore.
So what happens when you hold the box?
So there's a lot of little mechanics to this. So basically, because I solved it, there's no chain hunt for a while. But ordinarily, you'll see around everyone's icon is like a chain that slowly progresses. When that fills up, random chains will summon and try to grab you. And if you have the box, if you're holding it, I think it pauses that timer for everyone else. Oh, see, it's back. But it speeds up for just you. So it's kind of like if you're holding the box, you're protecting everyone else.
Please dear me, and I don't understand.
Yeah, so see, I grabbed it. So now it stops for all you guys. But it's going really fast for me. Also, when you hold the box, you're oblivious. So you can't see where the killer is. What really sucks is when a chain hunt starts on you and then you try to solve the box. Because you'll just be trying to hit skill checks and chains are coming out of nowhere. And it like resets if you stop solving it. So you just have to like pray that a chain doesn't hit you.
Trash.
Kami in my chat said he uses blue light glasses, which I have a pair of, I call gamer glasses, because they're like yellow lenses, so they filter out blue light, and then they have a slight magnification for the monitor.
That's the wrong way. I got stuck on the fucking wall.
Nice.
Get tagged, bitch.
So that sound means the box respawned. I'm gonna grab it again, and then I'm gonna go get Noodle, if the ace isn't already.
Oh, I thought I pulled that.
Actually, because he picked you up, I'm gonna solve this real quick. And then he's gonna chase me. Hopefully, okay, the ace is going to get you. I think he left me. No, he didn't.
Oh, nice. Like 10 seconds. That. Thank God.
Ooh. I'm giving him the business.
He's coming right towards us.
I'm gonna go get the
Why
box
did
again.
you do that? I just wanted to heal that guy. He just straight up would not let me. He's chasing you, Neb.
Yeah, I see. Jukes. Jukes. That should not have hit me.
Wait, speaking of blue light filtering, did you guys see the controversy like a few months ago about... So really popular YouTube streamer, Valkyrie, she had like partnered with a company to release this skincare line. And their whole like marketing spiel was, oh, it protects your skin from the blue light. And people were going wild because it was just fake science. Because there seems to be like research about, you know, blue light interrupting like melatonin in the body and like making, you know, preventing you from getting sleepy and stuff. But people are not happy about the skincare.
He's right behind you, by the way.
That's okay. He missed me? Oh. Oh my. There's so many chains. I don't know what's going on. He's gonna hit me here. I think I'm down. Oh, he missed? He sucks. Oh, interesting. Oh, very interesting.
So do I need to get the box?
Not yet. You don't have to. But you do want to grab it. Oh, he's still on me. You do want to grab it before... Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of a chase.
You could.
I think that Ace is getting it.
Yeah. You do want to get it sooner rather than later. Basically, so you want to get it and start solving it before the timer fills up. Dude, I swear I dropped that pallet. That was a good chase, though. That was a really fun chase. Yeah, because like I said earlier, if you start solving it after the chain hunt begins, it's a bad time.
Oh, we got the box. Okay.
Okay, cool. But now, so when you're solving it, though, Pinhead can teleport to you like that. And the issue is, if Pinhead downs him, he gets the box, and it starts a chain hunt. Which means we'll have to deal with a lot of chains. Oh wait, I'll just unhook myself. 1 sec. Hold on, I got this. Okay, there we go.
So he got downed with the box.
He did, but it looks like he didn't get the box. Maybe it's not automatic. I haven't actually played Pinhead. I'm just gonna commit to this gem. Can you guys heal me real quick?
No. No, I didn't see you.
You moved.
I did move. He also...
He's coming.
It's okay.
I'm going to see if I can grab him.
There we go. Oh, I'm big dead. Oh, I'm big dead. Why was he so fast? He was zooming.
You should be big alive.
I wish I was. You know, I appreciate that. Yeah, people were freaking out when Pinhead came out. Just loved him.
Ugh, such a creepy little person thing.
Well, you should see the Chatterer skin. You should look that up. Dead by Daylight Chatterer. I think that's the name. It's another Cenobite character from the Hellraiser franchise. We need to grab that box.
You want to go grab the box?
What did you say it is?
Oh no, I'm big dead.
What is it involved?
Hellraiser. And then the character's
No.
Chatterer.
Chatterer?
Yeah,
Oh.
like Chatter, and then ER.
Oh, those gross looking little things. Ugh. Yeah, they're gross.
Ew. This was both this way.
Oh, I don't have cooties.
Oh, maybe you do. Maybe you. Oh, I can't turn your name into cooties with your name. combined.
Booties? Is that what you're about
Yeah.
to say?
Yeah.
I have boaties.
Yeah, I can't. I didn't say it though. I didn't say it.
I'm gonna grab you in a sec, Noodle. I just want to finish this jump.
I'll pop first.
Okay, well that's... So he has, I forget what that's called. There's a perk where when you complete a gen, it blocks
Wrong side. Wrong
the
side.
next most progressed gen. Neb's yelling just scared me for a second. I was like, oh, is he right here? That's why I did the little spin noodle.
He's
coming.
nearby.
He's
Oh!
coming. He's coming.
I told you.
Just keep running.
We're working on the last gen.
He's probably gonna go for me because you were just unhooked. I'm big dead. Oh no, I'm not.
Almost done. Okay. Oh shit, that door's locked.
I am in fact big dead.
We're all big dead though.
No, just me. It was nice knowing you gamers. Oh wait, are we all dead on hook?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Open it.
I'm getting the gate. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You are all big dead.
He is going to get so close. He's around the corner. Oh. Run!
Go, 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 go.
Oh, it didn't let me at first.
Deep breath. Ugh.
Nice. Yeah, so he had oh, Deadlock. So Deadlock is a Cenobite perk where when you complete a gen, it blocks the next most progressed gen. And then he also had Scourge Hook, Gift of Pain, which is what was making us hemorrhage and
It's a
mangled.
baby.
So I think mangled makes it harder to heal, and hemorrhage means that when you're not actively healing, you actually lose the heal progress. So you have to heal all at once or not at all. But he was a baby.
Did pretty good for a baby.
You did do pretty good for a baby. Oh, wait, no, I'm done with that. I have my third boon. I think I just need it to be better.
There are like 5 boon
No,
perks in
it's
the
done.
game. So you can have an only boon build. Yeah, there's Circle of Healing, Dark Theory, Exponential. No, there's only 4. Shadow Step.
I have Shadow Step, Exponential, and Circle.
Yeah,
I might
Dark Theory is on
replace-
Yoichi.
Replace Shadow Step. So I like these ones.
Only boons. Well, actually, Boon Exponential is from Jonah. But yeah, then Dark Theory is from Yoichi. I'm sorry, Jess. Is this
Eh?
boring you?
What? I'm just tired. I'm sorry, Bo. Why did you interrupt my yawn?
Why'd you have to interrupt my stream with your yawn? I was talking.
I am the stream, actually, very much. This is a community stream at the.
Let's see how this goes. I just feel like Shadow Step is very situational. I mean, so is Exponential, but I just think
Yeah, Circle of Healing is definitely the strongest,
yes.
but I agree.
You agree that Exponential might be better to run than Shadow Step?
Especially if you have Circle of Healing.
So I'm running Resurgence and Resilience. I really like Resurgence. I know you hate it, but I get hooked a lot.
Nine said, I am the one who streams. There you go, Jess.
Me?
Some of my chat said, I am the one who streams. Said, I am the one who knocks.
Oh, it was 9.
Nebs, is it telling you who the killer is? Did you?
It's the nemesis.
Okay. I was about to say, did you just say yes and then not share?
I
Nemesis is
honestly debated about it.
Nemesis is pretty simple. He just has a whip attack. Okay, basically he's kind of like Wesker in that you can get infected, and there's also a couple zombies, just like AI zombies. If you're not infected, the whip attack or the zombie will infect you, but if you are already infected, it will damage you. He whips and then he nays. Yes, 9. Thank you. And kind of like Myers, he can go to... He has like a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. In tier 2, he can break pallets with the whip.
Oh, I think I already see him. Oh shit.
Yeah, one of his perks is Lethal Pursuer, so it's a very... Which shows the aura of all survivors at the start of the match. It's very likely that he saw all of us at the very start.
Yeah, he's coming right after me. Oh, he's Zombie Boy. Oh shit.
Oh, he's Zombie Boy. Oh, and he's got zombies.
Me to do that.
He also does like a Falcon Punch.
He's got zombies running around.
I'm dead.
Rip. I'm doing the Gen in main building, by the way.
That wasn't you on the...
No. That's a Vittorio. I'm Felix.
Yeah.
I know. Where did the... Okay, the Vittorio's on a different gen.
Whoever's in the house.
I think he knows.
What the...
It's okay, I'm gonna get the save. Oh, there's a zombie right there.
I just said that.
Is that what you were warning me? I thought you were telling me about the Nemesis. Sorry.
No. He's after whoever else is running around.
There's a dog laying on my
Can I-
fucking mouse wire. Get...
So that sound, by the way, means that he's now tier 2, which means he can break pallets with the whip, just so you know. And if he gets to tier 3, it's just like a longer range. I wouldn't worry about getting a vaccine right now. That's what the white chests are. Once he gets to tier 3, then you can do it. Or if you're down hook. Because if you... The issue is like if you use the vaccine, he can just infect you again. And the sooner he infects people, the sooner he gets to tier 3. So we kind of want to delay that. Oh man, I never finished the gen in main. I hope you didn't kick it. I'll cry.
Just me and my zombie.
I don't think he's kicked a single gen.
I don't think so. Guys, leading him right towards me.
This zombie.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, I'm just distracting this. Are you finishing that gen? Oh.
That's
Shit.
cool.
Okay.
Just hanging out. It's fine.
Chilling.
Not having to do anything, just kind of living my life in the fast lane.
For real, life can be a highway.
Oh, he kicked my gen.
You want to ride it all night long.
What is this other guy doing? Bro, come get me.
I'm running.
Oh, there's 2 zombies here now.
Who knows?
Hello.
That guy was still not trying to get me.
Oh, that hit me for real? Oh, shit.
You want to heal next to this gen? Gonna work on it. It looks like it's almost done.
The one in the middle is almost done, but he kicked it.
Did I just infect Nebula?
Mm,
I've been infected.
yeah, I was gonna say that's not how it...
Oh, shizzle.
Can't tell where he is.
He's upstairs this last time I saw him.
Yeah, he's still
That's
upstairs.
awkward.
Oh, I see a zombie.
Oh, I was gonna say I have to run into this zombie.
So I don't want to heal?
You want to heal, but don't
Like,
use the
if it-
vaccine yet.
Why?
Because you want to wait till he's tier 3, because every time he infects somebody, it gets him closer to tier 3. And we want to delay that as long as possible.
Is
If
he
that
not
makes
tier
sense.
3?
He might be, yeah. I would just do it. You're dead on hook anyway, so yeah, actually just do it. Did we hear the sound twice? I know we definitely heard it.
I think we heard it 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Because he's got a very bubbly left arm. Man, my gen in main was so close. I don't think I'm gonna unhook myself.
Yeah, shizzle.
Nope, I did not. Victoria's gonna come get me.
Ow. I was hoping I could make it.
I hope Victoria's getting me. Okay, he is.
I was gonna say, I think
Just
pretty
hit
far
one of
from
his
here.
zombies.
Yeah, sometimes the zombies get bugged and like stuck on something, and you just gotta reset them.
He boned him. Hello, twinkle.
Oh, I forgot I had renewal. I was like, I healed.
I'm in this locker. Take him away, Bo.
Oh, you
That's
can.
not Bo.
Yeah, you can get rid of the zombies with a pallet, by the way. I'm about to finish the last gen in the main building. If you guys want to go to.
Alright, gamers, I'm heading
Or is
to
there
go
both on the
eat and then
opposite
maybe
side?
go to bed.
Okay, bye.
Enjoy the stream. Bye bye.
Just let me. Please.
Hey, he's over there.
I know. Just let me. Actually, you do the vaccine. I'm gonna start this gate. Don't heal yourself. Oh no, wait, that was the vaccine. I didn't realize that was the same animation.
just
My bad.
just abusing me. I see.
No.
So mean.
Okay, this gate is gonna be prepped. What's good
This
is
gate is 99.
okay, perfect. So we can definitely go save him. We just gotta be careful. Both gates are
I'm
prepped.
dead
Can I?
Yeah, we're both dead on hook though.
All three of us. But we have time because this guy's on first hook.
He's coming straight the fuck for me.
Okay, if you need to leave, just leave. You can also come to this gate. Okay, actually, you go save him. I'm gonna go help out Noodle.
I'm gonna die, guys.
No, you're good. You're doing great. Yeah, follow me. You're doing great. I'm gonna open this gate and we're gonna leave. There you go. Let's go. That's okay. You're okay. I'm just wasting his time so that Nebs can get the unhook.
Alright, we got him. We win these.
You should probably go at the other gate.
Yeah, the other gate's prepped.
I have no idea where it is. I think I know. Oh, I see him. Oh no, that's not him.
Okay, cool. Good game.
What's he doing?
Just leave.
Yeah, just if this guy's being weird, just leave.
He's just cleaning a toenail.
Oh,
I guess he just wanted extra points.
he didn't finish it though.
Why are you bagging, bro? We should have let this guy die. I don't... Okay, I'm going.
He's just standing there.
Hi gamers, I'm back.
How are the nails?
They're good, they're good.
Send pics?
Okay. I can't decide if I should paint them or not.
What?
There's a
I
wimp.
thought you were painting them this entire time. Or were you just like...
I was doing them. I was creating the nails.
I haven't painted my nails in a while.
Maybe you should do that. Self-care, Bo.
So, every time I do, my mom's always like, why don't you go get it done professionally? I'm like, Mom, because it costs money.
It do be costing money.
Yeah, she's
But
so...
your cuticles will never be more perfect.
I know.
I mean, sometimes they fucking hurt
No,
you.
yeah, sometimes, but
And then the couple times I've painted my nails, or my dad, he just hasn't commented whatsoever. Hasn't even acknowledged it.
It do be different times, Bo.
I know. I usually just do black, though.
That's what I usually do, but I'm trying to switch it up.
You should match your hair.
I mean, they're kind of normal right now.
Or you could do, like, just an accent nail to match the hair.
I don't think I have... I think I literally only own black nail polish.
Well, there's your problem.
Yeah. They're like pink right now.
Yeah, I only own black, white, and, like, denim blue nail polish.
Denim blue.
Yeah. It's not like super blue. You only can tell it's blue when you like really look at them. Otherwise, it kind of just looks black. I've never seen the Seonjin Lee skin before. Oh, it's another streamer though. My bad. That was my Yeti. No, it's not sponsored. Unless.
What could be?
But could be. You know, but if Hydro Flask hits me up first, I don't know. Yeah, you might miss their chance. That's all I'm gonna say.
What about Stanley?
I've never heard of that. No, I definitely
The
have.
Stanley Cups?
Look, as long as it's a decent cup, I'm in. I'm not that picky. Growing up, I used to watch the Yogscast, which is like this British creator group, and they'd play like a lot of Minecraft back in the day in particular. And they would always say like, it's one of the guys I think liked Diet Coke or something, and he'd say like, you know, not sponsored, other colas are available.
Oh,
That's where
nice,
I
nice.
get that from. Yo, wakey wakey. Did you not see the gen right here?
no. Who's that?
Oh, it's a trapper. And he's got the Krampus skin.
Oh.
And he missed. Is he gonna miss twice? He is gonna miss twice.
Ooh.
Is he gonna... Ooh. I ran into him that time. Hello?
Is it a wee babe?
Maybe.
No. Wait.
It's a seasoned veteran.
He's got a cool skin,
He does have a cool skin, so that means he's probably good at the game.
but I also have a cool skin, and I am not the best.
I ran into him.
You're pretty good.
So guys, how about those gens? I'm about to pop one, right? He's getting... Dude, everyone gives me nopers. Everyone shakes no at me. I don't know what's up lately.
Your Twitch TV.
I guess. I think it's because half the time I end up like looping into them, like vaulting into the killer, and so then they're like, no, no, no. I'm just gonna unhook myself real quick. Just gonna... Just need a...
How
more.
are you unhooking yourself so much?
Okay, one sec. Okay, last
He's
try.
not.
Last try.
I mean,
Oh,
other
shit.
than
All right. So,
the last, like,
Kitty,
2
I brought
rounds.
a perk called Slippery Meat on the right, and that gives me up to 6 tries instead of 3.
Oh.
And then the bottom perk, it also increases your chance to unhook by like 4%. And then the bottom perk up the ante, you get 4% luck. Everyone
Oh,
gets
shit,
4%
no.
luck for every other surviving
I
survivor.
thought someone was coming to get you.
And luck
Tell me
increases
otherwise.
chance to unhook. This is
It's trapping that pallet next to me, by the way.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
we're
Oh shit.
all
Oh shit.
here.
Oh shit.
Oh, you should block for her?
I tried to.
No,
and
you
then
did. You're good. I'm gonna grab Nebs. You just
With
stay safe. Am I gonna run into a trap?
No, you're good.
with
Just don't go over that pallet that's down.
Okay.
almost a whiff.
So I'm dead on hook.
Already?
Yeah, because I tried to unhook myself.
And failed
Yeah.
miserably.
It helps when you bring like a luck offering. Thanks. Were you just about to walk away without healing me? So
Whiff.
mean.
Maybe. She's coming right towards us, by the way. Oh, no, she's not.
Whiff. Whiff? Oh my god. Bro, what the fuck? Tommy would be so whiff! Oh my god, what the fuck?
I'm
Fucking
gonna
whiffs, bro.
disarm the traps I saw.
Whiff. Are you guys watching this?
I am.
No, sorry.
He's bad. Keep
Oh my
going
God.
and he will fucking DC, bro.
No, come
Oh my
on.
god.
Be nice.
Maybe
Whiff.
he's just being nice, Noodle. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. He's just
I had a
bad.
couple good spins on him. He's probably using a controller.
That
Makes
was,
it a little
that was
tougher.
pretty good.
I whiffed him about 8 times. I can't believe I did that.
Mirapuo,
That
why
was
did you
all
try to...
spins.
I didn't try to kill myself. I tried to unhook myself because of my build.
I can't wait to tell Tommy.
Because I have slippery meat and up the ante. But thanks for popping in the chat, dude.
He's gonna be so proud of me.
His face McGee? That's a
Okay, I
name.
get
I'm
that,
saying
that's
like
not
you. I don't mean like that. By that.
Coming straight for you.
Our teammate popped in my chat and said,
Oh,
why were you
shit.
trying to kill yourself on hook? And I had explained my build.
I stopped.
Bro, whose name is Piz?
I did look, I'm not.
love that.
That's a crazy name. I'm surprised Twitch let that slide. I mean, I dig it, but that's crazy. You might get randomly banned someday, but it's gonna be so worth. You've already gotten your money's worth. Like if I had that name, it just, yeah, at some point I would log in and be like, oh, you've been banned, like something name. I'd be like, yeah, that's fair. Wouldn't even be mad.
Put a trap down to the.
Oh, he snuffed the
left of me.
boon.
Now.
I did put it in a really terrible spot. Right in front of him.
Now.
This guy didn't realize I could just counter rotate. What? No, I was out of the locker. I was 100% out of the locker. I don't... Man, I'm a little upset about that. I was just trying to get him to swing at me and I was going to take the speed boost to run away.
I think so.
Alright, ladies, you got this. Wait, Kitty, does that mean you're gonna join?
Yeah, I can join.
You don't sound excited.
Well, let me clean off my desk. I'll be right back.
Oh, your nails are so cute, though.
Thanks. Should I paint them black?
Hell yeah.
Not right now.
No, I think that color's fine. That like pink.
I'm going to a Shrek rave. So
I think
Hmm.
this
that's
might
why
be a
I did
hatch
them.
game.
Nebs is learning.
I need to find.
I think Shrek Rave, I feel like Rave, the pink goes harder. Especially if there's like
Came up
lights.
with stats.
Oh my spin.
Although I am trying to go as the executioner.
Are you going as like a
With
kawaii executioner or like
I mean,
oh,
I was-
almost away.
I was just going as the
regular?
regular executioner. You know, the one that's like, pick number
With-
3, my lord.
Oh, from Shrek. I was thinking
Yeah.
executioner as in Pyramid Head. Oh, my bad, my bad.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh
I'm
yeah.
going to the Shrek rave as Pyramid Head.
That's. I was a little confused, but I was on board. I was like, yeah, no, for sure, for sure. Yeah, then you could go black. I don't know. Could you go as the executioner but in pink?
I mean, I could, yeah. I just won't pick them. That's too much work, and I don't have the ones that you cure. So I will.
You should do like black ombre tip.
Now you're asking too much.
I was gonna say you lost her at ombre.
It's easy. You just use a sponge.
I do have sponges.
Sponge on.
Not gonna lie,
black
slippy
on one
meat is
side
bad.
and, like,
It is,
skin
yeah.
color pink
It's just fun,
clear
dude.
on the other.
You know, sometimes you
I was taking a
gotta.
picture of 'em.
Sometimes you gotta just play perks and play the game to have fun. You know. What I do is slippery meat up the ante renewal, so I still get unhooked and I'm broken, but I get healed after 20 seconds. Dude, are you talking shit?
No, I said got you a few times there, Krampus, and then I said GG's. Awesome skin, by the way.
Slippery Michaela instead of slippery meat.
Are you guys ready to lose all of your games
Honestly,
now that
Mira,
I'm
in
joining?
my experience, especially if I were to bring a luck
I said
offering.
I felt like a god. She said you looked like one.
Oh, cute.
I do have to get off them.
No problem, Nebs. Thanks for joining. Catch you again soon, dude.
Bye, Nebula.
Bye, Nabs.
Night.
I did reach out to 9 was in a SWF and Arbiter passed, so. Oh my god.
I can try to get. I
Yeah.
can try to get Tyree.
Yeah, I mean if he's down or get Mike.
Don't know.
And if we get both, we could always do customs. If you had a luck offering, it'd be better.
Yeah, hold
For
on.
like a
I
weird-
will be right
No,
back. I'll
honestly-
just go bother him.
Mira, in my experience, even without a luck offering, most of the time it works. But I totally agree that usually I would run this with a luck offering, especially if I can get my teammates to run up the ante as well. Like I said, I'm just having fun. I don't know. I'm just very. It's kind of stupid. It's definitely just a contrarian mindset at times, but I don't like running the meta perks. I don't know. I enjoy using kind of the more obscure perks because I think it's really fun, and it I don't know, killers aren't expecting them. But you're right, Deliverance is definitely the better perk. Sensei. Mr. Walrus is in my chat.
Yes, he is. Mr. Walrus is in my room.
Mr. Walrus is in the house.
Mr. Walrus has figured out that when he gets home, he could just turn on the light from his phone and change the color of it.
Oh no, you have smart lights and
that's
he's
how
just
he
fucking
says
with
he's
you.
home. Yeah. Scared me one day.
I have smart lights too, and one time my dad was messing with them.
I do like them. Pretty sweet. I could just like. We only have like lamps. We don't have like ceiling lights except for in our bedroom and like bathrooms and stuff. But so it's pretty easy. You could just kind of turn on the light that you're gonna go to and not have to waddle through the dark looking for it.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you wanted to, or maybe this doesn't work for.
Is Tyree coming?
He said he will join when he's done his league game. So give him like half an hour.
I could ask if my question play. Or we could play Sons of the Forest.
I do have that.
Yeah, if you guys want to do something else, that's I don't take any personal offense for what it's worth.
I know, I'm thinking.
Ouch.
Chat, I have this quick gambit build. So basically you want to take chase near somebody working on a gen.
Mike's gonna play some dotes.
Some dotes.
Mm-hmm.
I love how one man's is playing League, the other man's is playing Dota.
The two halves.
The duality of man.
Ooh.
But yeah, so this build is for looping near somebody on a gen.
I think you did great. That's your first time doing it?
Yeah.
I think you did awesome.
Thanks.
I don't think wiretap actually makes a lot of sense. I guess wiretap shows them a gen to come to.
Those are tips, right?
Oh my god, Mary!
No? Those your names?
Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders.
Oh.
This is actually a great time. First of all, huge shout out to the Mary Hatter.
You know what time it is, fellas.
I got deafened for a second. Shout out to Mary, huge friend of the stream, such a sweetheart across the pond. I think my shout out source is broken, unfortunately. Oh, I did myself like a forehead. Oh my god, I'm cringe. I'm sorry, Raiders. I'm so cringe. Okay, let's see what plays.
No, don't close it. Okay, there we go. What do we get?
Is this how she makes the mercury drinks? Why did a blender come out? I hope you guys could hear that because I cannot for some reason at the moment. I'll have to figure that out later. Oh, okay. Lately that source has been like just freezing and not going away. But good clip, I guess. Very funny, very funny. But hello Raiders. For anyone that doesn't know me, my name is Bo. I stream a lot of Dead by Daylight and other horror games. Like I've been playing Alien Isolation VR lately. Yeah, indie horror, that sort of stuff. But thanks for joining in.
I frightened off the other one with my honk.
You're asserting dominance, and he's not used to assertive women. Boon cream. I've never seen that Leon skin before. I don't know if that's another. Well, no. Normally, if it's like another character, it will change the name.
Is it Wolf?
Wolf?
You trying to assert it back?
Anyway, Mary, how was your stream, by the way? I'm so
No.
sorry. I meant to ask.
I'll pet that dog.
What were you streaming?
Can I pet that dog?
I'll pet that dog.
Can I pet that dog? Opening your.
What were you streaming there? I saw your note of my search for the sweetest three-legged lady. I didn't know what to make of that. Oh, Sons of the Forest. Oh. How is that? I heard it's pretty good. I've played a little bit of the original Forest. I know the original Forest, it's not super polished because they moved on to that new game. Also couldn't romance
Ready
her.
to die.
Oh, she did dance. Happy for you.
Ooh, it's so much easier to play with these nails.
Oh, it's a nurse.
Oh.
Big swinger. All right, I'm staying on this gen. You have fun, kitty. You got this.
I don't got this.
You got this, dude. Just when she teleports to you, run into her. Because she'll overshoot you. Yeah. See, you got this.
Kitty's coming awful close.
I ran into a rock.
You got this?
I don't know if you two have met my friend Mary, but she actually raided me a minute ago and she was streaming Sons of the Forest.
Oh, really?
Speaking of. He said she was trying to romance some three-legged lady.
Yes.
Yes.
Veronica.
That's my wife.
Oh, does she actually have 3 legs?
Mm-hmm.
And 3 arms.
And 3 arms.
Should I be concerned?
And 2 bobas.
Oh,
Bulbas.
oh, well, I feel like she's missing out.
No, that's enough bulbas.
That's enough.
More
A girl
boba.
can only handle
more better.
so many boba. I mean,
Mary said 2 vaginas. Why'd you spell it like that?
oh no.
Maybe more. What? So should I ask why Veronica has
It's
extra...
like a
Hello, wife.
really... What is it called? It's like full of mutants and stuff.
Mmm.
But why?
Perhaps even 7 vaginas.
Because you're on an island.
Yeah, okay, so islands are just full of mutants.
Yeah, have you never been
mean-
on an island before, dude?
There
No.
was nobody else on that island. For a long time, probably. Inbreeding mutants.
I love our Leon. Oh,
Why?
well, he's trying to locker tech her for one thing.
Locker tech. I barely even know her.
She slugged and left.
Yeah, she's chasing me. There's not a lot I could have done there.
He's blinking.
Yes.
He's awfully close to me.
Is this new chase
back?
music? I've
Chase?
never heard that
Yeah.
chase music before. Oh, I forgot I had Dead Hard when I spoke. I clicked instead of hitting spacebar for a skill check. Man, I've played this game for years and I still fuck that up.
Is Bofa zooted?
No. Bofa's stone cold sober.
A little pickled, maybe?
No.
A little toasted?
I'm a little tired.
Are you a little warmed up?
No. I actually ran out of weed like last week. Allegedly.
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 Someone try to get him.
Camping. Ah!
So,
I found her.
so Death the Kid Jr. is, or chat,
It'd be great if I could.
is more vagina, more better? You know,
She's camping. She's full on camping.
more of a JJ, better person? How do we feel on this?
Find it.
More options. You know what? I like the way you think. Send me the video. Okay, thanks. I'm a little afraid to watch. Bad for the... Yeah, do you think they all get a period at the same time or like individually? Do you think it like staggers so one is always on its period? How would that work? I feel like it would have to be
That
all at
was
once.
Weak on my part. Dude was on second hook. I didn't wanna.
She's gonna come right.
Oh my god, can we just decide? He's the one on Death Hook. I don't know why he didn't let us heal him first.
She's coming.
Oh my god!
Getting healed by Boon Cream. I'll go get
I do have a
my
boon.
wife.
She is.
Coming straight for you.
It's fine. I have. Hit me. Hit me. Hit me. You're bad.
And what spot eat
Oh.
my balls?
You're
I
bad?
thought you didn't have a form, Mary. How
I
do you
am
have
bad.
balls?
Bofa,
Yeah, what's up?
need help? Kitty is.
Oh, you're doing great, Sweaty. Oh, I just saw her get hooked. I'm gonna go get Noodle. You're probably gonna hit second stage. I'm sorry. No, wait. No,
Yeah,
I
you
make
got
it.
this.
I make it. I
You're
make
coming.
it. We make this. We make this. We make this.
She's teleporting.
Please? Oh no. I
You're
might be
running
DCing.
sideways?
What's happening? I'm stuck. I'm frozen.
I am also frozen.
We're frozen. Have we crashed? Is this the end? Is this purgatory? Are we
Someone's
dead now?
moving.
I love that so much.
Okay. I think I DC.
You were just running sideways.
You were just running. You ran sideways into a wall and just kept going.
We also
Man.
disconnected.
Oof.
Oh.
It
Huh.
was, I believe, the nurse.
Hmm. GG easy.
Mhm.
Oh, Death, thanks for the follow, dude. Be pointing a gun at a mushroom. Tell me the name of God. I don't know what that's from, but I love it. I can choose my format well, and I select balls when I need Buttspot's food to eat them. Buttspot's anti-science. Yeah, Buttspot is. Buttspot is. It was. Buttspot is. In all
I
seriousness.
just took a peek at your chat, Bo. I don't.
No, don't worry about
What
it.
is happening?
Don't worry about it. We're just talking about so Death the Kid Jr. in chat proposed 7 vaginas. And then I said, well, do you think that they would all get a period at the same time or like sequentially?
Oh God, that would be terrible.
I feel like it would be like in all seriousness, because I'm sure that there's been some number of people who are born with like 2 vaginas. I'm guessing it would be at the same time because of hormones.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably.
I'm sorry, I'm unhinged. Nice to meet you, she said. They said.
Mary, yeah, Mary's she, her. Noodle meet Mary, Mary meet Noodle, Noodle meet Kitty. No, fuck, Mary meet Kitty, Kitty meet.
I know Noodle. She happens to be my wife.
That
Fuck
is my wife.
it. I'm cringe. I'm gonna deafen now. Oh,
No!
man.
Mary play DBD?
She does. She does. Wait, Mary, do you want in?
Is she going to play DBD?
Mary join.
She was streaming Sons of the Forest, so
Maybe?
she might she might be all tuckered out. I don't know.
Whoa. This been my wife since high school.
Yeah, Mary's in the UK,
I
so
agree.
it's like
Oh my gosh.
2 in the morning, 2:30 or something. No, wait. Yeah, I think that's right.
30. Is she from London?
No.
I have a buddy in London. I know it's like the biggest area, like, you know, it's like something. But
Oh my god. Death is really getting into this
Death
more.
is trying really hard to understand the multi-vagina.
I think aren't we all? Aren't we? Isn't that just the question of the universe? How does multi-vagina work? I study biology for fun. Yeah, that's what I tell all the ladies. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I had
I
a
really need to
really
get out more.
unhinged question come to my brain.
Yeah, what's
I don't
up?
think I'm gonna ask it. I don't think you want me to ask it.
Wife.
Multi-penetration feel better?
Yes.
Question mark? Yes.
Yes.
7 penetration. All in the
Yes.
same area.
Gunslinger.
Oh, he be slinging. Oh shit.
Ask it, you nerd.
What? He'd be singing that multi-penetration though.
He's trying to use his big hook.
Bo's getting multi-penetrated right now.
Well, okay. Well, we don't have to.
Would it feel the same though?
Oh,
Like I said, it would all be in the same
these
area.
are, you know, these are good questions.
And I feel
I don't
like
think it would necessarily feel the same.
it would feel like if you put two.
Okay, but can I
penetrations
wait?
in-
Can I propose? Because in real life, double penetration is a thing.
Yes.
Little different.
He's got dead man switch.
Little different, but also the same? Question mark?
Oh, you.
Are you near Bosif?
Would you like
I
a
near
cursed biology fact? Yeah, hit us. We're ready.
On here.
Who's gonna read it out loud
Depends.
to the class?
Education stream. Yeah. Guys, welcome to Bo's bio class, where
Oh,
we
fuck,
talk
you got
about
me.
the female anatomy.
Anatomy, if you will.
The fanatomy. The
Can someone
anatomy.
get Bofa?
I am mending.
Yeah, no one is getting me.
I will. I'm running.
Do women have boob bones? No.
Boob bones, no.
No.
They're made out of fat.
They have fizz bones.
They don't have
Oh,
fizz
no.
bones.
They have fizz bones.
He
This is the
really just
liberal
kept me
media
for that
lying to
long.
you. Don't listen to her.
No.
Ah! No, please.
Sir. Whiff.
You didn't tell me he was chasing you.
He wasn't. And then you
He's
crouched
probably running monitor and abuse, which makes his terror radius smaller when he's outside of chase. But then it gets really big when he's in chase.
He trying to get me, Bo.
Your saliva is made from your blood with the blood cells filtered out. That's actually tight. I
That's
love that.
dope.
That's
Maybe you
super
shouldn't
dope.
have used the word tight, but dope is pretty.
No, that's tight.
That I wouldn't say.
I'm
that's
now
tight.
doubling down on that.
It's me, double penetration, Pete.
Oh, hey, Pete. How's it going, dude? Did you know that drool is your blood with the blood filtered out?
Wait. So what's left if the blood's filtered out?
No, I think it's
Onions.
I think it takes the water from the blood. Yeah, wait, this is a good question because it's not plasma, is it? Can we finish? Okay.
And
Don't you have a
bleed it out,
boon to
Bo.
place?
Yeah, but I don't know where.
It's deaf onions. Yes, so saliva is made of onions.
Onions.
Oh, I should be healing you.
Oh, it's okay. I'm a professional.
You mother.
Oh, Lord. He coming. He coming.
Whoa, no, I wanted to finish healing you.
penetration.
Can we meet in the chat? Oh, you went the total other way. He is chasing you now.
Yes.
I wanted to commit to the heal.
Just stay there, wife. It'll all be okay.
Mary said, I don't know this Peter, but I'm 100% sure he's a scientist. This is what we call in the business a situation.
With
He's after me. He's not after me. He's after my business.
I'm so confused where he is. Okay.
Ooh, whiff.
That's... Oh! I'm big dead.
Kitty, come this way.
I'm
Come
big
right.
dead. I'm big dead.
Right.
Hello, wife.
Will that hit me?
Both of us dead.
No, he's not picking me up. I'm gonna crawl under God Pallet.
He's coming, wife.
Ooh, new fun fact. Your lips are made of the same type of skin as your anus.
Oh, I love that.
Which lips?
The lips on your face are...
Both would crawl out of God pallet.
No, just heal me.
Oh,
Just tickle me.
you're
Thank you.
You're a man. You're a man with a gun.
That's
he
President
is.
Lincoln to you.
The vampire hunter?
Yeah, vampire hunter.
Oh, but he coming.
You got this, Noodle. This gen regressed so much.
Yeah.
Is our random gonna get you?
No, he's healing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice.
Look me.
We're gonna touch this gen. Okay, and then I'm gonna heal you. Just keep your eyes peeled.
They're
Like onions. Oh, you see him. You see him. You see him.
I don't see him.
You see him. I'm telling you, you see him.
Closed. He's coming for my cheeks again. No, he's coming for your cheeks.
I need a boon.
There's a boon over here.
I want my own boon.
In this economy?
Ha 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 ha.
Okay, now I'm big dead.
What the heck?
I think I could have dead hearted there. Although I didn't have the prompts, so maybe not. He's got a cool jacket though, with like the spade on the back.
Oh, sheesh. That was entirely my fault.
Death, do you have any more fun facts? Do you have any fun anatomy facts? No, not royal lizard.
What do you here?
You know what we do here? I want you to hide.
What the dog doing?
No, you're hiding.
No, you're hiding.
Absolutely not.
No, not wife. No, not wife.
You're really bad at this. You keep running past her. What are you two doing? I'm so confused. Meanwhile, Royal Lizard is healing in the boon.
Be weirder
Are you
if it
happy,
wasn't.
wife?
No, you were supposed to hide.
We die together.
Watch this.
Oh, let me start recovering.
We might be here a while.
It's fine.
Oh, he snuffed the boon. Oh. Did you have Soul Guard?
Yes.
So he has a Hex Totem.
Yes.
Do we know which Hex Totem?
No. Is Dead Man Switch a hex totem?
No. I'm just worried it's Devour. But I guess we would have already known if it was. Maybe. Oh, don't worry. Steve got his boon back up. Dude, I hate people that just put the boon in the same place. Like, the killer's just gonna go stomp it again. Oh boy, the killer's going directly to where the boon was last time, and he snuffed it. Wait, he's about to.
Some good grow on grow action right there.
Kid.
Got a show for free, boys.
Oh, what's up, heckin' sandwich?
What's up?
Dude, it's the Sammy boy.
Sam, if that even is your real name.
Sam, I am.
Are you still playing League, or were you gonna pop on?
Pop
Like
on Queen.
game or two.
Okay, I'm
game
probably
makes
only
me
gonna
unfathomably angry. So
League or DVD?
DVD.
Really, not League.
No, I get angry with League, but I still enjoy it.
Mm,
League, you expect it.
yeah.
Yeah, I go into it prepared to not have a good time.
How about you, Pete? Are you gonna play DVD or are you on Dota still?
No, I'm in some penetration shit right now.
Right.
Well, that makes sense. Your name,
Yeah.
double penetration.
Double, yeah, double it.
So, does that mean that like
Double it, give it to the next person.
gangbang edition? It's like-
There's a boon. Go to boon.
Whoa, why are you gonna be so perverted about it, Bo? That's
You
not what
better
it
get to
means.
that boon right there. Like I tried to find Hex.
I also tried to find X.
You can't look in the same spots that I'm looking.
What says who?
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, chat. We might be here a while. They're goofing.
Joseph, where would Hex be? Just
Anywhere.
Wherever bones are. I don't know.
Oh,
dude.
you didn't memorize the bones?
I don't actually know all the spawns.
Alright.
I like learning by doing. I don't know what's going on at this point. I don't know what the killer's even doing. Oh, the killer's with Steve in the shack. Hopefully about to grab Steve. There we go. You love to see it. Well, you could commit seppuku in DVD. I think they should add that feature next.
Kind of like
on the ground seppuku?
Yeah, you're just like, you know what? This isn't worth getting chased by a serial killer like this. Not worth.
cringe.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
You were not looking for bones.
I am looking for bones.
Guys, we only did one gen. What are...
Hey. Hey. Hey.
How did he miss that when he was like right next to me?
Get off of my wife.
Hit the pallet.
Nice one, dude.
I think he's confused. Doesn't really know how to be.
No, wife. Leave.
He has no idea what's
guys,
Stomp on bone.
this is
This is
Stop
great.
to die.
I'm gonna go kill myself.
No, you have one death, one hook. Where is
What
the man?
in God's name is he doing?
Where is he?
I think he just wants you to do gens.
I just want to die.
Alright, wife, come on.
Yeah.
No!
Motherfucker. you motherfucker. Kill me. I just want it to be over.
Anybody saw that?
You get out of the corner, you coward. Poor Bo. Take me to
Chad,
a
I don't know what I'm watching at this point. They're just
yeah.
like not just them. This
Yeah,
the
yeah.
I can't imagine what the killer is thinking. He probably thinks you're just farming points.
No!
Noodle, if you hold shift, she can't heal you.
Alright, well then I'll just let myself die from mending.
Not if he does that.
Let go of me!
He's taking you for a ride. You're going around the block.
I just want to die. God damn it.
Ah! Yes. 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 No! Oh my gosh.
Hook me. Yes.
You know Kitty's not gonna make it because he's just gonna hook her. Oh, he might dribble her so she can save you.
No! Wife! Thank God.
Oh.
Oh my God. Yay! Wife, just find the hatch! Jesus!
I'm angry at him. I'm angry. That was my wife.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Kitty, please leave. Thank you.
Please.
I thought it was space. I'm sorry.
Okay, next match. Let's go.
I was trying, but she wouldn't let me. I was trying real hard.
Yeah, I saw. I saw.
I was trying, okay?
Yep.
How dare.
Oh, is that old man Bill?
Yo, it's Bill, bro. He's back.
He's back and badder than ever.
Kitty, your mic cut out. You scream so loud.
To me?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even hear.
Exactly. All you heard was that. And then I was quiet for a second, and then I was like, oh. Oh, it was great. That was just awesome. I didn't get to use any exponential. You got it.
I'm bringing some.
I think Kitty
petrified
may have. I don't think there were hex bones. I think Kitty got up not from
Bringing
Soul Guard, but
petrified?
from.
I
Boon
think it was from the
exponential.
boon.
Was Soul Guard lit up?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then there were
Oh,
hex bones.
would
I
you
didn't
like
look.
some salty lips?
No,
Really?
really, save them.
Did you
Don't-
change your...
Don't spoil. Yeah, I changed my build a while ago. You don't have to spoil me
Okay.
like that.
I'll bring petrified oak. Petrified?
Dude, bring whatever you want. It's
He
okay.
is petrified from that last match.
You know,
But if you also bring petrified, it'll increase.
I don't know how many
all-
times that stacks, to be honest.
It's
I
just
don't
so
actually have any petrified oak. I have a shroud of
Really?
binding. I have a shiny coin.
Killer
Kitty,
is
stop honking at the poor strangers. Oh wait, no, it's
We
just
don't
us.
even
There's
have
no
strangers.
strangers. My bad, my
ready.
bad.
Honking at me. It's needy.
Honking at my white, yes. I mean, look at those honkers.
Petrified oak and Sabo. Alright,
Does
now you
your
got
chat
9
ever,
honking.
If you put your
9
tongue
was it?
on your top lip and then feel the bottom of it. Do it though.
No, why?
Put your tongue, try to touch your nose, and then feel
Why?
the bottom of your tongue.
What now?
What? Why? Where did this come from? This is so
You'll
random.
understand. Try it.
Feel the bottom of my tongue with what? My finger?
with your finger.
No, Bo, your nose.
Yeah, what about it? I'm still confused.
Kitty,
It's
do you get
slimy.
it?
Yes, I get it.
Life.
I'm very confused.
Life.
Wipe? Wipe.
Well, I think they spawned together.
Bo
Nah.
is never gonna play with us again.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, it's the same guy.
Is it the same one?
I don't know.
Does he look the same?
I don't know.
I don't know. He wasn't close enough.
He's in the middle building. Middle.
Yeah, we need to knock out that middle gen as soon as possible.
On it, Captain.
On it.
In
Next
about
gen.
5 minutes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hungry.
Hi,
Me
hungry.
too. Mike ate at work. Is it the same one?
No.
Are you sure? Wife?
I tried.
Ew. That do be ooh.
Hey, what's up, gamers? I'm gonna grab our mans.
Yeah, what?
Bill.
Oh, I delivered myself on a platter.
Wink.
I understand.
Are there
Can I hear
rooms
you?
in this building?
Let me heal you. Just behind this front.
I heard him.
He, so like I said with the last Deathslinger, they usually bring Monitor and Abuse, so when they're in chase, it makes their terror radius really big. But when they're out of chase, it makes it really small. There you go.
Why am I still bloody, Bo? Good shit job.
I'm not a medical professional.
He's going to whoever's running right now.
He's going straight towards me, actually. Surprise, surprise.
I can heal you in here.
I'm right next to a hook.
I wanted to make sure you didn't touch the gen. Because once you touch it, you...
But it's a nice gen.
Yeah, but once you touch it,
Help
you
if I
lose
didn't have
all the
that stream
protection
open.
from being unhooked.
There you go.
He's coming.
That's okay.
Is it?
Yep.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah, maybe for you. Oh look, I be wounded.
It's your boy, Rescue Bill.
Rescue Bill.
He's, oh, is he chasing?
Mush move.
Blow your roll.
Oh,
He's got devoured.
Hour.
yeah, we need to find that. We need to find that as soon as
I'm gonna
possible.
go
Don't
find
touch gens. Forget the gens.
could
We need
heal
to
you.
find Devour.
I could heal you. You are 3/4 of the way.
Oh.
You were. I mean, I'm having sudden flashbacks.
I'm looking. Are
Yeah,
you
guys, we
okay?
need to
Sorry,
we
I'm
need to
fine,
hunt
I'm
down
fine,
these hex
I'm fine.
bones
Losing my mind a little bit. Just a little bit.
Why?
because he has
Found regular
Devour.
bones.
So he has Hex Devour, which means that right now we're all exposed, and if he gets 2 more hooks, then he can just kill us all on the spot. So we
What
really
is
need to
bones?
find these
Seem like we're
bones.
exposed because he just walked past us.
I found 3 regular bones.
We need the spicy bones, bro.
I know, I'm looking for
We need like the
this,
flamin' hot Cheeto. You know, like the Fuego Taki flavored bones. Oh, I found them.
I can wait, let me do it.
Oh, if you bless it, it's gonna take a long time. Can you heal? Let's heal.
I don't like that.
What's up?
He found me. I was in the middle doing the gen. But
You
he's
gotta bust
coming
them
towards
faster?
you guys now.
Almost.
Heal me.
Almost.
I was gonna. This is taking so long. I was gonna say if he gets down, can you heal, please? If he gets down before you bless that, that would have been so sad. Oh, locker play. All things considered, this is a pretty good match so far. Everyone's been hooked once. We have 2 gens down. Keep your peepos peeled.
He's right in front of me. I'm in a locker on the 2nd floor of the main room. He just jumped off the ledge, I think.
He's
Nope,
coming
yep,
back in.
there he is.
Oh god, I'm scared.
Get this
Smack
in.
my butt. He's coming for me. Fucking why? Ugh!
He smells your fear.
I have fear. I have terror.
Have you ever? Okay, wait. This is super random, but have you ever thought about how, you have the words like horror and horrific, but like terrible and terrific are actually opposite meanings?
I have not thought about that, Bo.
Yeah, because they're the same. I forget the explanation, because they're the same root word, but it's basically like we now it's something like in modern times we associate terror with like fear and stuff, but it used to just mean like a general sense of amazement or like
scratch marks for sure. Oh, no, he didn't. All right, rescue Bill's on his way.
Rescue Bill got it first.
I don't mean to cause alarm, but there's a man over there with a gun.
He's got a gun. His wife in here?
Mm-hmm.
My wife.
Oh.
Oh, I don't think that should have hit me, but I'm glad I did.
Mollywalked.
Oh, we're in that killer shack to your right.
Hey, yo, a thing.
Popping a gen. Popping that Jenny Gen.
Popping that gen like it's pussy.
He is. I think he dropped chase with me.
Oh, there's a gen.
He's going to Killer Shack.
Interesting.
Oh, Mission Saving Private Bofa. Thank you. Oh, Nine, I have to share the image
You bastard.
with you later.
I swear I was on this earlier. Oh,
You want this?
where is he? Oh, hey.
Also, thanks, dude.
No.
Okay.
I'm going in the middle.
No, get this one.
We really need a. Oh, actually,
Middle one's
at this point, don't worry about the middle gen.
Middle's
Oh, what?
The only reason I try to prioritize middle
Yeah,
gen
fuck you,
earlier
bitch.
in the game is so that we don't have to worry about it later. But there's no reason like pushing middle gen. I see a second. Where's the last gen?
We're on it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, unfortunately, 2 of them are kind of close. There's the one in the middle, then there's one kind of by middle. So hopefully the last
He's
one.
going. He's in middle.
Oh.
He stopped chasing.
Oh shit, he's coming.
I still don't know where this last gen
Make
is.
my way towards with the healing boon.
Oh, you're coming to the boon.
Yeah, I'm hurt.
Yeah, come here.
Oh,
Let me tickle.
Fuck me.
What's up?
Got you. Are you by the gen you were working on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
He's got fucking starstruck.
He does.
That means wait, I'm exposed. He can see me, can he?
Exposed means you're insta down. It doesn't mean that he saw you. He did, in fact, see
Bro,
me, though.
give me a minute. Every time I walk up to this fucking generator, he's here.
Someone touched Jen.
Come in, wife.
I think I lost him in main building.
He's on me. Oh, you fucking scrub! You missed.
Touched Jen. Yes.
He's over by me in this gen.
All right, you keep looping him. 3 of us are on a gen.
He is running back towards you guys.
Oh yeah, I see him.
Don't worry, I'm also on a gen. But you guys are almost on that gen, so he's definitely gonna kick it.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't think that would yeah, commit to that gen.
I work on backup plan gen.
Okay, get that gen. Well, the hook's right there. He's gonna walk by me. Don't get it. Oh.
Well, person's dead.
That was the one thing. I'm sorry. I kind of gave you conflicting instructions that you listened to. He's trying to kick a gen that's already been exploded, or he's looking for you. Maybe he's just. Noodle is starting a lawnmower in the corner.
Didn't lawnmowers.
I might need
Goodbye.
a hand.
Can you give me one moment?
I mean, you see how much time I have. He is heading your way.
I'm committing, bro.
Alright, Noodle,
I'm straight
please.
committing.
Big commit. Let's go.
Suck a dick. You gotta hit me, motherfucker.
Alright, cool. If you get hooked, you're not dead on hook. Noodle, can you go to the right gate? I'm gonna go to the left gate. And we'll prep both.
But this one's closer, and this is
Yeah,
all
so-
Boone is.
Damn.
Oh, that was big swing.
Well, so you're gonna Noodle prep the other gate. I'm gonna heal,
Working on it.
and I can
There's a hook right next
grab
to me.
him.
Nice.
And if you can't prep the other gate, you can run over here and open this one because it'll be ready.
I know he's gonna look at that gen. Or that gate.
I'm trying to listen. He's by me. I have to leave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to waste his time though. Okay. You should be able to grab.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, this is good. How prepped is the other gate?
It's open.
Oh, you open? Okay. Just let
He's right there.
yeah. You got to beta hit. She has to beta hit for you.
Now you just left me, bro.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
he's been dead.
And no, bro, I'm like right here.
Oh, big whiff. You made it. You made it. Oh, stand in the way. No, oh.
I tried.
It's tough. Yeah, it's tough. You can heal tech.
Don't, babe. Don't.
Oh. That was really close though. Yeah, so standing in the way is really tough because the person will. I mean, he can move, and
Maybe I'm sorry.
He's gonna be toxic in chat.
I would leave quickly. When you get out of game.
all right, moving on. Let me queue up for another match real quick. No, honestly, I'm gonna wrap up my stream anyway. So.
No, it's fine. I wasn't actually being serious.
No. I know. Wait one sec.
Yeah.
If you guys want to play someone else, I'm not offended, but I'm gonna wrap up my stream either way. All right, gamers. Thank you to everyone who stuck around. I know I was very focused on my friends tonight. Especially the raiders. Thank you for coming in. Thanks again for the follow. Death the Kill Junior. Let's see, is there anyone in particular live right now that we want to raid? Always love to spread the love and raid. Steel Blades. Ooh, Cost Kronos. Cost Kronos is cute. He's a nice guy. He's a little ghost kitty. PNG tuber. That's what I was looking for. So, chat, you know the deal. We're gonna give toss a raid. Oh, can I spell though? Can I spell though? Yes. Okay. Chat, as always, thank you so much for popping in, whether it was just for a little bit or the whole time. I always appreciate it. I'm gonna go hang out in Koss's chat for like 10-15 minutes if you guys don't mind joining me in the raid, spreading the love. Otherwise, have a wonderful night. I'll be live again tomorrow night, 8 Eastern. Probably gonna stream more Alien VR, continue that playthrough. So thanks again, guys. I'll see you again real soon.